Hey there. Today I want to take a look both backwards and forwards as the Gamers Guild turns 1 year old. My name is Nate and, well, you know the rest. This YouTube channel and many others, as well as podcasts and blogs, are turning 1 this month with the anniversary of Marvel Crisis Protocol's announcement. So I want to do a few things in this video, and the first is to say thank you for watching. I say it at least once in every video, which makes it a little bit redundant sounding, but it doesn't make it any less true. In the past year, I've ended up with about 67 videos, with the far majority of them being about Marvel Crisis Protocol. There are plenty of times where it would be easy to have just not put out a video on a Friday, because to be honest, there is a fair bit of time into making each video, from making a script, filming, editing, and a few steps in between. However, through several kind words from comments and messages, I've stayed dedicated to my release schedule, and here we are, so thank you. As well, thank you for those who have subscribed. Starting from a poorly shot battle report at last year's Gen Con to today, the guild has accrued well over 1,000 subscribers, which is amazing to me. So the channel has grown in the number of subscribers, and as well, between a new editing program and a few other things, I think the videos themselves have certainly gotten better than they were on day 1, but they're still far from perfect, and I know it. So with 1 year of this behind me, I do want to let you know what I would like to do for this upcoming year. And the first thing is to continue to cover Marvel Crisis Protocol. I don't think that this was ever a question. For one thing, Atomic Mass Games has just had a huge showcase of what we can expect over the next 4 to 5 months, and it has everything from the Defenders, who are looking great. I mean, Doctor Strange is pretty impressive as it is. Then the Defenders get Hawkeye and Valkyrie, who are some of my favorite 3-threat models in the game right now anyways. Not to mention Ghost Rider and the rest of the team that we have yet to see rules for. Then of course the mutants have finally been revealed, and they all look amazing. Magneto and Mystique leading the Brotherhood into combat against the uncanny X-Men led by Cyclops and Storm. All of those sculpts look amazing, and I'm sure their rules will follow suit. So then, after Atomic Mass Games blew Gen Con out of the water, and all of the hype is just continuing to climb for the game, of course I'm going to keep talking about it because I'm super excited for it all. As well, before I started the guild, I was able to talk to a few other content creators, and one piece of advice that I have taken from all of them and have been careful to follow is to find a topic, a theme, a singular thing to have as a focus for content for a while at least. Their reasons were different as far as all that goes, but I have to say, when multiple successful people give you the same piece of advice, there's a pretty good chance that it's good advice. So then, why are there some other pictures in the thumbnail and the opening of this video that are most certainly not Marvel Crisis Protocol? It comes down to the fact that I enjoy multiple different games and different systems, and I would really like to continue to share what I enjoy. I think that with a little more time, I can confidently begin releasing videos on other games without pulling away from Marvel Crisis Protocol. With the release of the newest edition of Warhammer, I do want to take a little bit of a plunge because I used to lead the undead robots into battle, and with them being the poster Xenos of this new edition, I figured it'd be a good time to dip my toes back into the water. So what does this mean for Marvel Crisis Protocol? Not much. Maybe some new terrain that gets to double dip a bit between the two universes, but then again, the Tau did show up in Venom's Space Knight phase, so anyways, the point is that Friday will always be a day dedicated to Marvel Crisis Protocol, with the occasional extra bit coming out on Tuesdays. My coverage for Warhammer will not be nearly as in-depth as it is for Marvel, but I do think a few small battle reports would be fun to make, and keep me motivated to paint all of the gray plastic Indomitus just dropped on me. And maybe, just maybe, someone enjoys those small battle reports, and then gets to discover how awesome Marvel Crisis Protocol is. I mean, I can dream, right? Now, I will admit, there is one other game that I've been extremely excited for almost a year now, but it hasn't quite been able to release yet, and that is the My Hero Academia collectible card game. Fingers crossed, and the state of the world depending, it should be slated to release in early 2021. This game is going to be based off of an already robust system known as the UFS, or Universal Fighting System, that has allowed for some fantastic crossover battles between the characters of Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, Mega Man, and more. Admittedly, the My Hero brand has me particularly excited for a few reasons. The first is because I've really enjoyed the shows and movies as they've been released. Shoto Todoroki is one of my favorite superheroes in the show, but also just one of my favorite heroes, period. The way his powers can work together to let him become an elemental force is something I am looking forward to seeing as he matures as a character. The second is because with the release of My Hero Academia, Jasco, the company that makes the game, is doing a soft reboot of the UFS system into Universes. So while all of the old cards that people already have can still be used in games with the My Hero cards without any problem, the thing that has me so excited is that the My Hero Academia is also going to be a standalone card game using that system. This is great for any newcomers to the game like myself, so that we won't have to know any mechanics, cards, and characters from years of other games and franchises just because it is part of the same system. So instead, we will get to see My Hero characters taking each other on in a format that will be quite a bit more simplified and beginner-friendly. At Gen Con this year, Jasco did manage to put out some juicy new character cards minus their abilities and stats to keep the hype real. And while we can't expect the first set of cards to be released in early 2021, it has also been said that there are 3 full sets already geared up and ready to be released. So, if your favorite character wasn't revealed yet, or for me your favorite hero is in their worst costume, then there seems to be a good chance that we will still see them soon, especially if each set is built to somewhat resemble each season. And if the revealed characters are anything to judge by, it seems that there is a good chance of something along these lines to be true, especially since we don't see any of the other popular villains like Stain, or other heroes like Endeavor and Hawks among the cards here. So this is one that I am very excited by the possibilities of, and I do want to cover the My Hero stuff a little bit more closely. Unfortunately, it is still quite a ways away, but that also gives me plenty of time to figure out what things will look like when it does come out. Maybe even a way to film a card game versus how the traditional battle report would be filmed and edited. Which leads me to the last thing I want to talk about today, and that is my decision to open a Patreon account. It has taken a good bit of thought behind whether or not this was something I wanted to do and whether it would be worth doing. I'd originally thought about creating one once I hit the 1,000 subscriber mark, but decided against it to give myself some more time to think about it. Ultimately, I decided to open one because I've invested a lot of time into all of this, and while it is fun and worth the time invested, there also comes the cost of, well, money. Some of the new things I want to be able to add for the channel, like a better camera that has image stabilization for battle reports, game mats, scenery for different boards, are just not in my budget. Not to mention things like the editing software and initial investment of lighting and so on. So I am, at the end of the day, excited to launch this page because of where it can help lead the channel. At the same time, I really hope that this doesn't offend or isolate anyone from the channel. Patreon is something that is going to be completely optional, and there is not going to be any videos, reviews, or anything else for the next couple of years at least that is exclusive to patrons. Now, there may be some bonuses for things like giveaways, some cool swag, and so on, but I don't really have any full plans for how that might look or work at the moment. There will be a Discord server for the patrons who want to be able to talk shop, strategies, roster construction, maybe even deck construction once My Hero comes out. You'll receive a personal thank you note message from me, and your name will be amongst the guild members as a thank you for your contribution. I don't want anything sneaky about it, so the pledge levels will be monthly, so that there isn't a certain amount of content around a big announcement, or anything to charge you any more than what you would have planned to in the first place. Again, all of this is optional, and is hopefully a way for the guild to get a couple of things needed to keep improving on what has already been established. So for anyone who even considers becoming a guild member, seriously, thank you. It means more than I can put into words. Finally, and maybe what some of you have been skimming through the video for, is how to enter my first giveaway. I've managed to get my hands on some extra organized play kits from the launch of the game to send out. This includes some alternate art Avengers Assemble cards, alternate art Captain America and Red Skull character cards, an acrylic priority tracker, and some assemble patches to throw in your hobby bag. There are a few ways to enter, and I have tried to make the process as simple as possible. There will be 2 separate drawings, one for YouTube and one for Facebook. Subscribe and comment down below for your entry into the YouTube drawing, and then click on the link in the description below to find the Facebook page, like the page, and comment on the video posted there, this video, with your favorite character that was revealed during this year's Gen Con to enter into the Facebook drawing. I'll announce and contact the winners of this first round on August 14th. So thank you all for a wonderful first year of all of this. I look forward to hopefully many, many more. And until next time, keep on gaming.